congregations. Where is your temple? You don't have it. We have it. Because our temple, I said, you have rabbis. What is a rabbi? He's a teacher, a philosopher. But I'm a priest. Where is your priests? You don't have a temple. And you don't, I said, I'm not saying this in a derogatory way to criticize you, but just to thank you that we have received all the greatest things that you had. And therefore, we are open to you much more than anybody else. And then I said, the temple. I said, now, the temple is not only the temple that we receive. Why? You had only one temple, you were not allowed to have any others. Because the temple is meant to introduce us into God. But because we cannot be introduced into God, and we create our own temples, you are not allowed to have any other temple. But now we have many temples. Why? Because now we know what the mystery of the temple is. The mystery of the temple is that it must be us, the temple. Christ said, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I'll rebuild it. The Gospel says, he was meaning his body. But he was talking about the temple, and he was referring, uniting the temple with his body. Our body is the temple. And we go to the church, to the temple, in every place now. Because all nations have been invited to have a temple in human beings. These are the wonderful things of the faith, of Orthodoxy, that the Jews cannot, when they heard this, they said, we owe so much to you, I said, and we all have it for you. Because we have the temple and you have the synagogue, the ancient philosophers, I said. Okay? And one last thing, that if the altar, think about it, if the altar is, I'm going to say a little more in the afternoon because I'm going to speak about the liturgy. And what do we do in the liturgy? And what is, I'll explain this then. That the pulpit and the throne, which are opposite, the one denotes freedom and the other reason. If you don't put freedom and reason, you know, to be the one coordinated, balanced, then you're not free. You can't use your freedom unreasonably. But what about the mind which is the altar and which sees God? Then both, everything in the soul is balanced and it works properly. That is our sanctification. And even by going through the motions in church, every time we're reminded, it's good to go to church. The Orthodox tradition, I remember my great-grandmother or mother, when they went to church, they would go, they didn't have time, they had to prepare meals, and they would go a little, light the candles, kiss the icons, go through the motions. That is how you church yourself. It's not just to hear only. This is the school model, the synagogue model. We don't follow the synagogue model. That's ancient Greek. But the Christian is a new Greek, Greek Orthodox, not Greek pagan, Greek philosophical, but Greek Christian. And that is the difference. Okay?
Thank you.
Sorry, we took more time.
I'm sorry. Father, we'll have time to talk to Father more. Father will be here with the lunch and then in the afternoon, so anybody would like to speak to him, giving him hopefully a little time to eat besides speaking. Thank you very much, Father, for coming and doing this wonderful thing for us. And at this time, I got a little text message from Mike, so we can head down to the cafeteria. And you're not going to go hungry, so by the grace of God. Thank you again, Father.